Today we are at Dubai English Speaking College with their Senior Deputy Head Teacher. Matthew, can you introduce yourself to the SchoolsCompared.com viewers and tell us about your background and what you do at DESC?
Hi there, my name is Matthew Cotgrove. I'm Senior Deputy Head Teacher here at Dubai English Speaking College. I've been at DESC now for, just coming up for 10 years. I came out here with my wife and my two daughters in January 2011 that was, and been here ever since. I'd previously been at a school in the UK for the previous 14 years. During that time I've had a variety of different experiences. I pretty much got involved with or managed every area of a working school. I spend a lot of my time now showing new parents around. I have done hundreds of tours at DESC.
This is a video series to help parents choose the right school for their child. Matthew, what are the top 3 questions parents should ask schools when they visit, and what are good answers to these questions?
Okay, so as I said, we have parents coming to visit us all the time, 3 or 4 times a week, and we are constantly getting questions being asked to us. And for you as parents, as you're going into the schools in Dubai, you'll see lots of things that are the same. You'll see lots of happy children, you'll see some fantastic facilities. But there are, I think, some questions, maybe some deeper questions that you can ask that are going to help you to make your decision and give you a little bit more information. I'd say the first thing that I'd be asking about would be to do with teacher turnover. I think this is very important. Dubai is quite a transient place still. The movement of staff between schools is relatively high. And I think this is a very good indicator as to the state of happiness and the well-being of the staff that are in a particular school. You as parents are going to want to have happy, well-balanced professionals in front of your sons and daughters, helping them with their learning experiences. I would say really good schools have got staff that are well invested in the quality of the provision, just as invested as the parents are themselves. The second thing that I would be thinking for you to be asking me if we were on a tour together is to ask, what is it that this school is trying to achieve? A great school will have a vision that is really firmly embedded within the fabric of that organisation. As you go around, as you go from classroom to classroom and you're looking at the students and you're looking at the teachers doing the teaching, there should be evidence of this. You should be able to ask a question of the senior leader that is showing you around, and for them to be able to articulate that vision as to what it is that the school is trying to achieve, and then you should see the evidence of that as you go around on your tour. In a great school, you could ask anybody, what is it that this school is trying to do? If you asked me here at DESC, I would say, we're trying to create great people. That is our mantra. That is something that we are working towards. We have a vision that is embedded and that all of our teachers, and possibly even our students as well, would be able to talk to you about that vision. And the third thing that I would say, it sort of links back to a story. From a staff meeting a couple of years ago, our head teacher, Chris Vizard, said to the staff, when we're thinking about how schools should be judged, he said that schools should really be judged on the achievements of their students when they hit the age of, let's say, 25. How successful is the school in doing what they want to do, creating great people, as I said earlier? Maybe a good question that you could ask on a tour would be to ask, what are the students that have left and gone on to achieve? Where are they now in their lives? What success stories have you got that you can tell me about?
Matthew, what really matters when parents are looking for the right school for their child?
Okay, I'd say that there's no straightforward answer here. Every parent that comes on a tour, every parent that is looking at a school is going to have different criteria that they're going to use when they make a selection. For some people, it might be the fee structure. That is going to be a very important aspect for them. It might be the proximity of that school to where they live. For others, it might be a particular focus. It might be the school's SEND provision, for instance, or the sports facilities, or the performing arts facilities. Some parents would say that these things do really matter. But for other parents, they might say, well, okay, yeah, I've seen lots of those things in lots of other schools, that's not quite as important for me. And they would want a deeper answer. And I would say in that case, what really matters when you strip everything else away is that your son or daughter is in a school that genuinely cares for them and that genuinely knows who they are and that encourages them to take as many of those opportunities as they possibly can so that they can grow and develop into the absolute greatest version of themselves. Great schools help to nurture great people with manners and respect and an understanding of really what is important in the world.
Okay, well, Matthew, in your opinion, is it a new school or an established school? Which is better and why?
Okay, so going back to the question that you asked me about what you should ask when you're looking round a school, I would say that this is another question that is very important, one that you should be asking to those leaders that are showing you around a school. How firmly established is this school? I would say, by of course working at a school that is very well established in Dubai, that with an established school you have a very firm direction. The leadership of that school is constant, it's not changing every couple of years. The school isn't sort of working on a new idea or a new maybe fad in education. Established schools have got a clear vision, they know the direction that they're going in. I'd also be asking the question, how long has the head teacher been in his position? How long has that senior leadership team worked together? What is it that the head teacher is most concerned about? Or what is it that from a parental perspective would I be hearing that head teacher finds the most important things about their organisation?
Okay, so can you summarise the single most important piece of advice you can give parents when deciding on a new school for their child?
Okay, it sounds an obvious answer, but I would say you've got to go to the school and see it in its normal day-to-day working environment. I think sometimes you hear adverts on the radio, you'll hear open days, opportunities to go and meet people. It's very important that you see a school as it would normally be working. When we do our open days here at Desk, we just invite parents to come in and just see a normal day, looking at the students as they're working with the teachers. Look for those relationships. Do the teachers know the names of those students that are in that class? Have the students got smiles on their faces? Do they look engaged? Do they look happy? Does the person that's showing you around know about that teacher? Do they know their name, even if they've only just arrived at the college? I think it's very important that you get an understanding and an awareness of how well connected the teachers, the pupils and the leaders are within a school or a college.
Matthew, thank you so much for today. It's been enjoyable.
Thank you very much, Emma.